Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from PaulthePoke.com. We got some breaking news out of Erbil, Iraq, the United States Consulate. This is from Elent News. This video is showing on multiple news outlets, and this is video reportedly of a ballistic missile or ballistic missiles hitting the U.S. base, the U.S. Consulate in North Iraq. We're going to get down to the specifics on that in just a second, but we will let this run through one more time. This is about a 10-15 second video. You can see the missile zeroing in on its target. From this previously, I'll back this up again so you can follow the missile. There it comes. Bam. Now, early reports are, first of all, before I get into the details of this, big shout out to some viewers on YouTube who alerted me to this, and also got some pretty good leads on where to look, what to look for from Checkmate over at ValorTube.com. Had a chance to put some things together, and by all accounts, as best as things can be told at this time. Also, keep in mind this is a developing situation, so some of the news coming out of these scenarios can be a little chaotic and crazy. Trying to make sense of it as best as I can. Trying to get good sources as best as I can. I'll probably understand this a lot better, but nonetheless, as best as can be understood, this is the Eastern Azerbaijan Province of Iran here in the red. And based on the ballistics of the missile, it appears that is where this was fired from. And here is Erbil in Iraq, northern Iraq. Primarily kind of de facto run by Kurds. But nonetheless, it would appear that multiple missiles were launched from this region, somewhere in this region of Iran, towards Erbil in northern Iraq. Zero in a little bit on the city of Erbil. Specifically, we're looking at the US General Consulate in Erbil. This is the area that was hit. Get into some details. From Twitter, different news agencies are reporting things. This is from Next to TV, the largest Eastern European media. So this is, I guess, like the CNN of Eastern Europe, is called Next to TV. U.S. State Department told the Kurdish channel Ruda that there were no casualties or damage to U.S. government facilities as a result of the attack in Erbil, condemning the outrageous attack and display of violence. Well, if nobody was hurt and there was no damage, why are we talking about this? Seems a bit silly. And this is from Ruda English, and this is Turkish. So delivers current news from the Middle East to a global audience through its award-winning platforms. This is Turkish news. U.S. State Department has told Ruda that no casualties or damage to U.S. government facilities has occurred as a result of the attack in Erbil, condemning the outrageous attack and display of violence. Makes no sense to me. Of course, a lot of our policies coming out of the United States don't make any sense to me anymore either. You know, just based on that sort of thing that you're seeing, it almost leads me to believe we're not going to have much of a response, if any. I don't know. Smells fishy. Now it's understood to believe this was the Fateh 110 missile, and it's Iranian. It's a short-range ballistic missile. So 8.86 meters, roughly 9 meters, roughly 27 feet in length. Launch weight, 3,450 kilograms. Payload of 500 kilograms. Basing, road, mobile, possessed by Iran. Warhead could be chemical or submunitions, and it's being used. And I got a link on that coming up on the webpage for those of you who want to take a deeper look at this as well. This aspect of this attack is fascinating. This is from Jason Brodsky on Twitter, and he talks about the Soleimani factor in the Erbil attack. Soleimani's birthday was on March 11th, and he was and pro IRGC media are boasting the attack tonight occurred at the same time of his death at 1:20 a.m. The revenge attack on January 8th, 2020 also occurred at 1:20 a.m. So there's some parallels and symbolism to this from the Iranian folks. Also reports the Fateh 110s were used tonight, which also made a cameo appearance in the Soleimani revenge attack on U.S. forces in Iraq on January 8th, 2020. Would note Iran has also launched Fateh 110s before on Iraq, September 2018, KDPI headquarters in Koya. So there appears to be some symbolism with how this went down from the Iranian perspective. Also, and I'm going to close with this one, take this one with a grain of salt. Now, granted, this claims to be Iran International News. It's an official 24/7 Persian news channel, and this is the official English account. Now, that said, well, any of this stuff anymore, it's really difficult to determine what's true, what's not true. Everybody's got an angle. Everybody's got propaganda. Everybody's got spin. So as we filter through this stuff, be discerning about it. Do your own homework as best as possible. So this is out the back door of somebody's house. Al Jazeera correspondent just happened to be there, of all things. Okay, interesting. And again, 3 hours ago, still no official confirmation, but more reports coming from eyewitnesses in northwestern Iran who have spotted missiles fired from Qasabad base in Tabriz. Let's go back to our map. Tabriz is right here in the middle of the East Azerbaijan Province. This is a very nice, affluent area of Iran. Only reason I know about Tabriz is I've met people here in the United States from Tabriz, and they have told me all about it. Back in the day, prior to the current regime taking over, this was like a Renaissance area. Folks, highly educated, universities, beautiful place, backdrop of the mountains. You can see that right there. But it is believed that these missiles were fired from Tabriz, and that's according to, the United States is putting some things out there, or media sources. Let me back that up. Media sources are putting that out there. And this is Iran International English saying that they spotted missiles fired from Qasabad base in Tabriz. Fired 6 Fateh 110 missiles one day after birthday anniversary of Qasem Soleimani. So even the Iranians are drawing the symbolism to it. And this is a Telegram channel affiliated to the IRGC has released this footage with this caption: first footage of the damage caused by missile attack against Massad's den of espionage in Erbil. So Iran would like you to believe this is an attack against Mossad, Israel's intelligence. But that's kind of, Mossad's kind of the boogeyman when all these types of things go down. Everybody's claiming it's an attack on Mossad. So I kind of take some of that with a grain of salt. But nonetheless, that's an Iranian news agency claiming to be reporting an attack on Israeli secret service Mossad in Erbil. Again, take it or leave it. Another footage of the missiles apparently fired from Qasabad base in Iran's Tabriz. So somebody like, hey, look at this. They just happen to be at the right place at the right time. There they go. I see 4 flashes, reportedly up to 6. So again, this is a developing story. I've seen several places report no injuries or casualties. And again, per the United States, it's an attack on the US Consulate. Per Iran, 2 advanced spy centers belonging to Mossad. So Iran is claiming, hey, we're going after Mossad. The U.S. is saying, hey, we got attacked by Iran. Fateh 110 missiles. That's about the only thing that's consistent in this story. So, any rate, just makes you wonder. Pay close attention. Do your own homework. I'll close with this thought. And Jesus said there will be wars and rumors of wars. And don't sweat it. It's got to happen. You know, Mark 13, verse 7, and when you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. This must take place, but the end is not yet. And again, that's Jesus. So it leads to the question, will this draw the United States into a world with many conflicts? Of course, we got stuff going on between Russia and Ukraine. Syria has been in civil war, internal fighting in Libya. I mean, there's just fighting all over the planet. And this would be just another. And I'll close with Ezekiel 38, verse 5. Persia, that's modern day Iran, Cush and Put with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And just a broad overview comment. Roughly 2,600 years ago, the prophet Ezekiel said ancient Persia, or modern day Iran, would play a role in the end time scenario. So they are in the news. We got the Iran nuclear talks still taking place. Lots of stuff happening. So look up. Your redemption draws near. Appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. Developing story. Sure, we'll have more about this later. Take care. Bye.